In the vibrant world of The Sims, a remarkable and colorful challenge is about to begin. Introducing the Pride Legacies Challenge, a celebration of the beautiful diversity within the LGBT community. A new matriarch takes the lead each generation, representing a different aspect of the community. Their legacy, love for self-expression, and acceptance are passed down to the next generation. This is Aurora Reed, polysexual and matriarch of Generation 1. Her favorite colors are pink, green, and blue for the polysexual flag. Her traits are outgoing, creative, and romantic. Her aspiration is party animal. She lives in the world of San Myshuno in a modern loft apartment. Her hobbies are DJing, painting, and socializing. Hello and welcome to this new Legacy Challenge. I asked ChatGPT to make a challenge specifically for me, and it had to be Pride. It had to involve various flags of Pride, and not just your regular lesbian, gay, or bisexual. I wanted to go outside and use some of the other flags. So this starts the generation actually starts with the polysexual generation, and it's going to start with Aurora Reed. She's a charismatic and free-spirited sim, and she begins the journey of our Pride Legacy Challenge. And as a polysexual sim, she embraces the multifaceted nature of her identity and is determined to spread joy and acceptance throughout the community. Aurora thrives in the lively streets of San Myshuno, DJing at local clubs, organizing exclusive parties that celebrate all forms of love. Her artistic endeavors and social connections create a vibrant atmosphere around her. She dreams of becoming the ultimate party guru, fostering unity and love within the Simville LGBTQ+ community. Each one of my builds will have the Pride door inside of it, of course, and the Pride flag, which shows off which member of the community they are. I started a lot of this on a different lot, and then moved everything over to San Myshuno once I had it all put together. As this is just the speed build itself, but I am showing you what I did to put it together. I was going to use one of the apartments already in San Myshuno and just redecorate it, but I wanted her to have a loft, and it was driving me crazy trying to get the apartment in San Myshuno to actually be a loft. So I just decided, you know what, let me just make my own loft apartment. And this is what I started. So the loft inside will have the colors of pink, green, and blue. Those are, of course, her favorite colors because they are the colors of the polysexual flag. I'm still fairly new to building, so any hints that you can drop me, please leave them in the comments below. I had ChatGPT make out 10 generations for me, and each one had to be a different person from the Pride community and give their backstory. So as I go along, I will go ahead and tell you about each generation, who the matriarch is of that generation. You'll follow along with me. We'll pick the matriarch ourselves together, unless of course they only have one child. Since I'm still pretty much working the kinks out on this, I am going to go ahead and in the description put everything that ChatGPT gave me as far as the challenge goes, and with each generation, their names, their favorite colors, what part of, which Pride flag they represent, and where they each want to live, because they will be living in different areas, in different worlds within the Sims community itself, and all of it to just make it to be one Sims community. That was ChatGPT's idea, but they're going to be all over. I also told ChatGPT that they can be of any occult as well, so there may be some occult thrown in here. I'm not positive. I looked through it quickly, so I don't know if we have a vampire or a mermaid in there. I really love brick as far as apartment buildings go, so I did definitely want to use the brown brick. I had the bottom, ended up with the bottom being dark brown and the top being like a white brick color. I love the large windows. I just wanted a lot of natural light to come inside, so I used a lot of the large windows. The smaller windows that you see, I used a lot of them throughout the build, but I did remove some of them as well. The rugs and paintings you see off on the grass, I just pulled those because as I was getting different things, I seen them and I wanted to make sure that I had them close by to add in later. That little part there with the stairs, I don't know why, but when I seen it, my first thought was that's where a bookshelf is going to have to be. So later on, you will see me decorate that with the bookshelf. Because her hobbies involve DJing, I wanted to make the outside balcony be like a party place for when she invites people over. So I'm going to have that decorated as a party place for people. And the upstairs loft, that's pretty much what's going to be there. Her DJing booth, a public bathroom, and just a dance floor. Going through this, there were a lot of things that I added that I did take away or that I added to. I really liked the dark and light aspect of it all. This wall right on the back of the balcony, I will be getting rid of that because it just ended up annoying me. And I'm not so good with curves, so it did take me a minute to actually get these curves going the way I wanted them to, but I did get them, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I had to take away a couple of walls and just, work it out. That's, if you're new to making this, that's all I can say is just work it out the best you can, because that's what I did. And watch lots of videos. And so to make sure that my outside lighting did look good, I went ahead and turned everything to nighttime. That way I could see the light shining where, I actually put it to see is it shining on the building, is it lighting up the areas that I really wanted lit, what type of lighting did I want. I really liked this rainbow light and wanted to use it. And then these smaller lights, I seen that they had almost all of them. They had all but purple. So it ends with blue, unfortunately. But that's okay. We all know purple is there in spirit, right? And I added another lamp over the door itself because I wasn't sure what I wanted to use. I ended up changing that later on. In fact, I ended up taking off the door completely. Now, in all fairness, I did use a lot of modded aspects of this build. It's because, I like them. I like a lot of them more than I like what actually comes with the game itself. And I wanted to play this the way, the way I want to play it. And a lot of modders out there, they have some great content, and that's what I used. I used a lot of their content in making this, but I also used base game items as well. Because it takes so long for me to do the landscaping outside of any build that I make, I went ahead and finished the outside landscaping off camera. I've got ivy on the front of our apartment house. Apartment house? Is that what you call an apartment house? Well, it's a one-bedroom loft, so I guess it's still a house. But I did make sure that the plants, the flowers, were still within the same color, of her favorite colors, the pink, green, and blue. So I've got pink, green, and blue flowers going around, ivy going up the front of the apartment house. I've got hedging on the other side of the house, and a couple of large trees out front. On the other side of the house, you can see the upper porch a little bit better with the seating and the lighting that I have out there, plus the dance floor. And here's the backyard. And I did use one of the pre-made backyard themes that Sims have, and I just went ahead and extended the fence a lot longer and added a few other pieces in there that they didn't have already. Changed my color to my color scheme, and did the ground with grass with some flowers and stuff growing in there. All right, so now that I'm finished with the outside, let's go ahead and move to the inside of this apartment loft, and let me show you how I've got this separated in there. Looking down from above, you see where I have the studio, my kitchen, living room area. It's probably not going to be much of a living room. Definitely kitchen, where my computer and so forth will be, and the bedroom/bedroom will be in this section here. I wanted to go ahead and start with the downstairs area, but you know what I ended up doing? I'm just going to pull out a couple of things that I know that she wants to do. Her hobby, painting and DJing, of course. And let's just go ahead and start with upstairs in the studio with her DJ booth and put down a dance floor. There are 3 different dance floors that you can choose from. One is the one that's see-through that I was going to use at first until I looked at it and said, wait, no, you can see inside of her bedroom. Can't have that. And then there's this checkerboard dance floor that looked okay. I don't know, there's just something about it. I wasn't really feeling it at all. And then there's this other that looks like lava rocks or something like that to me. I like it better. So I want to use it here in the studio itself and on the outside balcony. I did tell you I'm going to be using a lot of different modded items inside, and one of the modded items I found was this urinal stall. Love the look. So I'm going to use it, plus a regular toilet that has the top down. I love that. I'm going to use that for the public bathroom. Just separate that a little bit with a small wall. It doesn't have to be very large at all. Of course, there's not going to be a shower in there, just the 2 toilets, the stall and the regular toilet and sink. That's about it. And I'll have some lights in there a little bit later. And so for the door itself, I am going to use a see-through door. You're only going to be able to see the sink when you're looking through the door anyway. And Sims, unless you've got the peekaboo mod, or what is that? It's not peekaboo. You know which mod I'm talking about. No one's going to be looking through that door to be trying to see what your sim is doing. So I'm going in here and adding some more decorations. I definitely want to get some things decorated onto the wall. I love these flowers, and I thought that was a perfect size for that top wall going over the kitchen dining room area. Pulled out a few Pride pictures that I found when I was looking at different mods as well. Love this. It's perfect for this house because, again, she's a female, so it's probably her. Someone painted that picture of her, right? I'm going to go ahead and get the flag put up over here behind the DJ booth and move our records in a different area in there. And then, of course, you see on the other large wall where it's got the graffiti. I think it just adds to the studio effect of the whole thing. I really like that a lot. I'd gotten several of the neon lights online, and I wanted to go ahead and use some of them, like this Susul. I really liked that. And there's a couple of other ones that I'm going to be putting in the bathroom itself. the hearts around this picture just made the picture look even better than it did. And then in the bathroom, using the one light, it says aquarium. I thought that was kind of funny considering I put it in the bathroom itself, aquarium, water, whatever. And then also another neon light that says woohoo. I started off with it over the windows, but I'm going to eventually move that over to the other side of the wall. Wanted to have a small seating area while we're upstairs also. Not necessarily a living room, but just a small area for people to be able to sit down inside. Not everyone has to sit outside. And a small table next to it, small side table. Is it just me, or does everyone else notice that both the coffee table and the side tables are all the same height as the couches and chairs? It's like, come on, give us something that's normal height. I like my tables to be a little bit smaller than what they're showing. So it's pretty annoying to try and find a table that isn't going to be, taking over the whole flipping room. And instead of having full bar, this globe is just perfect. Or you still get, the skill points on making drinks, but any sim can just go up and make themselves a quick drink then if they wanted to. So upstairs is almost completely done except for this tiny rug. I'm telling you, this rug it's been a pain in my ass trying to figure out where to put it. That's exactly what it is. It didn't look right underneath the couch. Doesn't look good in the doorway. It's not large enough for the doorway. And then if I did make it larger, the dance floor is in the way. So I ended up putting it in the bathroom. And still, honestly, I'm not that happy with it. But on to other areas. As you see, I've got that huge modded picture that I've got on my front wall when you come in. It's a beautiful Pride picture also you can find online. But I did decide that, I'm not that crazy about having the brick around everywhere on the inside. So I did use some painted walls instead and added some more large windows. I'm not a huge fan of the curtains that the Sims have, so I don't use a lot of their curtains. I like the open window aspect. So upstairs, I didn't use any curtains at all. Downstairs, I did use some, but I didn't use the curtains everywhere. Now it's time to work on my bookcase area. So I wanted to put down like a beanbag chair and then a nice sized bookcase. Honestly, I don't even know if my son can get up there to read. I may have to end up moving the stairs somewhere so that they can climb up there a little bit easier and use the books up there. But it looks good. And, for most of it, that's all your sim needs, is just to be able to have things look good. Get a lamp up there so that they can sit down. If they're going up there, they can sit down in the chair with the lamp on. And I definitely wanted a hanging plant. That one, I went through a few of them until I found the one that I wanted exactly. And then another plant in the corner of that, just, so it does look a little bit lived in up there. I like how it turned out, really. I really do like how that turned out completely. There's just enough up there. I didn't want to clutter up the house too much, but I did want it to have some plants. And then it's off to the kitchen. Again, using modded items here. I love this floating shelf. I ended up using it as the bar, and these open shelved counters that I'm using. The color green was just perfect for this, and the marble top, I loved that. So got that going across there. And I didn't want to put a whole stove there, so instead I used that stove top that we have. And what's that come with? That come with one of our packs. I don't remember which pack it came with. I did use a modded sink. That bowl sink is just beautiful. I want that in my real kitchen, or maybe the bathroom. I don't know. Either way, I like it a lot. And I'm just moving some things around, trying to decide what else I want in there. I did decide on a white refrigerator because I figured that would match the best when it came to this white marbling that we have there. Although I have a lot of space, I do want to be as compact as I can with this because, I don't want to use up all of my downstairs. I want there to be enough room for everybody to walk around and do what they need to do. But getting some bar stools up against this is going to be perfect for them to sit down for breakfast or just whatever. It's a nice kitchen area. Now for the trash can, there's always where do you put the trash can. I was watching a TikTok short, and this is what they did. They took that trash can that gives you money back and made it look like a cutting board, and it actually still functions as a regular trash can. So this is me actually looking for something to cover up the front of that, and I ended up using I think one of those little side tables that you would use in the bedroom. It perfectly looks like some extra drawers for the kitchen, and the color was nice too. And then one open shelf just above everything where the window is, will have some a little bit of clutter on top of that is perfect as well, and matches nicely. Just stick a broom in the corner, and the kitchen's almost over. On the counter itself, I've got some hair things. Maybe she was running late in the morning. She had her brush in her hand, her blow dryer, and her flat iron. Just set it on the counter. Over here, I've gone ahead and added the rest of the stuff for my living room, dining room, hobby area. You see I've got the washer and dryer in this open concept area with just some poof chairs in front of the TV. Everything, of course, still in the same color of the pink, blue, and green. And then it's time to go ahead and move into the bedroom area. Because she does live alone, she really doesn't have to have her bathroom behind closed doors. So the bedroom and bathroom are going to be open for her. But I did want her to have the choice of either using the shower or a bathtub. Sometimes you want a shower, sometimes you just want to soak. Love that closed lid toilet. That one's going to be my new favorite toilet. And then stick a sink right there, and just a bed and somewhere to hang up her clothes is really all she needs in there. She doesn't need a whole lot. She doesn't come across to me as somebody who has a lot of clutter in her home. She has her essentials, and that's pretty much all the clutter that she needs. And as you've seen on her desk, she has enough clutter up there with her computer, her tablet, headphones, and even her lip-shaped landline. I did go ahead and switch out the closet hanging area here where she normally hangs her clothes. I did switch that out to something else a little bit later because just because I wanted to. I didn't really like how this looked a whole lot, but I did want to give some other aspects in here, like the rainbow rug, and again the polysexual rug in the bathroom area here as well. So it's pretty much the inside of the house that I've got it decorated, and as you've seen, the outside also. Let's go ahead and add just a couple more things. Some flip-flops in the bathroom, some plates underneath the cabinets, another picture on the wall in the living room, and then let's just do a quick walkthrough of the whole thing. Now that my apartment loft is finished, it's time to go ahead and start this Pride Legacy challenge. And again, with each matriarch, they're going to have their favorite colors, traits, hobbies, and aspirations that go along with their Pride flag as well. And everything's going to be inspired by their Pride flags. all with unique traits and hobbies and aspirations. With each generation that sets their journey in different worlds, their home's going to be reflecting their individual styles as well. I'm probably going to go ahead and start making some of the other homes so that you don't have to wait for each generation to become a young adult before they move out. But if you're ready, let's create our legacy. The Pride Legacy Challenge awaits. And start your journey now and let the vibrant world of Simville embrace you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. Give us a like. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I do hope that you enjoy as this is going along. Please, any suggestions or anything that you want to see, maybe there's particular pride flag that you're interested in or that represents you that you want to make sure that is going to be in there as well. In the description below, I am going to go ahead and just give a list of what the 10 generations will be. Within each one of them, I will lay out the entire generation, their traditions, their likes, their aspirations, and we'll move along with the challenge that way. Again, I do hope that you enjoy this, and let's start this journey off with Aurora and see where this takes us.